Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome again at Elena's Alteration here in Thompson, Georgia. I got a real good one today for you guys. You know, these bell-bottom jeans with the fringe on. I'm gonna show you today how we're going to hem them and keep the fringe intact, its original hemline. Okay, let's get started. This is her finished hemline. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure from here to this edge right here, because we want this edge to be right here. So this would be actually be up here, okay? So trust the process. So we're going to measure all the way around 3.5. Grab your chalk and we measure. Make your little markings. All the way around. We need one over here. Move the pin. Do the same thing on the other side. There we go. Then, so this is your hemline right there, which is the edge. And then we need an inch across here. So mark an inch from here to here, because that's what we're going to be actually cutting it off. Trust the process. Here. Here. And you know what, you're gonna find, so everybody does it their own little way, which is fine. I always say there is no wrong way. There's only one right way, which is the customer to be happy and everything to look nice and neat, and it's exactly what they want. How you get there is your choice. This is just one way of doing it. Normally, once we're done here, I would just cut straight, but since it's a bell bottom, this is wider than this part. See, it won't fit for that off. That's the only reason why I actually going to cut right there where the edge is. I'm gonna cut up to here and then cut all the way around. Cut all the way around. Once you cut all the way around, do the same thing with the other leg, and I'll meet you right at my sewing machine. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, welcome back, guys. To get your scraps all cut up. So next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and match up your seams, okay? And you want to line them up, and your fringe are going facing upwards, so you're sewing actually on right side and right side together. Make sure you actually have the right side and not vice versa. It'd be like this. So, and what you want to do is you want to line this up with your fringes close enough. It doesn't have to be perfect, but pretty close, because we're going to be sewing over here. So you want to tack this on, because we're not actually sewing on this side, we're sewing on the other side. I just wanted to show you. Tag him on if you're not experienced enough, because the last thing you want to do is pull on it as you sew, because then you're gonna have waves, and that's the last thing you want to do. So if you're not experienced, go ahead and pin him down. If you are and you know what you're doing, you don't even need to listen to what I'm saying. This is mainly for our beginner. Make sure, that is so important, that you make sure that you have your fringes facing up, so they don't get tangled up in your sewing machine or get tangled in your seams. That would be just not a good thing for it to happen. Alrighty then, so here we are. We made it on the other side of the seam. And here we go. We're going to sew all the way around. And always double check, make sure you are sewing what it is that you wanted to sew. Get your fringes out of the way. Make it look nice and neat. We're gonna go all the way around it. I hope you're enjoying this. Nothing like getting crafted and do your own thing. Be wearing it with so much more pride and excitement. Let me know on messages how your jeans turned out. I sure would love to hear from you guys. That would be so great if I could actually get to know you. See where you're all coming from, watching from, I mean. And also do me a favor, please be kind and like videos and share, subscribe, so we can get to know one another and I can see actually what it is that you like, what my next video needs to be about, because I want you guys to come back. Isn't that what this is all about? Building relationships online. Okay, so we're almost all the way around. We're almost done, guys. And make sure whatever you're doing to this leg that you do exactly the same thing to the other side, because you don't want them both to be identical. You know, if you need to write down measurements so you remember for your next, for the other leg, and or if you're gonna do one step at a time on which each leg. Okay, we're gonna go over. There we go. And of course, our next step is we're gonna cut this off. And then I want you guys to go ahead and cut along right here. About a ½ inch. Both cut along the way. My machine ran out of thread, so I was running my mouth and didn't pay attention that I've been sewing without thread. So I'm gonna threaden up my machine again. And I'm gonna do my sewing and I'll meet you right back where we ended. Happens to the best of us. Anyway, I'll see you in a few. Okay, guys, we are back. Damage control done. Got my everything threaded back in. I went ahead and cut it to where I told you guys. Hopefully you guys have it already done that. Any extra threads and strings, make sure they're cut off. And what we're going to do now is put your machine on zigzag, the widest stitch that you have, because we want to go an edge. I usually use my serger, but in this case, because we're doing this video and most of you don't have a serging machine, we're going to use zigzag on it. The width of your zigzag, keep it at 1.4 or 2. We don't want to make it too tight because, again, you're going to have waves. You want to avoid waving. So I have mine set at 1.4. And then on the width, and now the length of the stitch, I have mine set of 5.5. Okay, make sure that you have the right footing so your needle don't bang on your foot and you break a needle. So here we go. We're just gonna go zigzag all the way around. Make sure your machine doesn't get caught up in any of the fringes, because that's the last thing you want to do. Once in a while you may or may not have to lift your foot to untangle any fringing that you might have tangled up. Anyway, so here you go. We're gonna get all the way around. Make sure you're not gonna get tangled up. have reached the end. Now comes our last step. Try to cut off any excessively strings. Put your machine back to your regular stitch, top stitch. Okay, and guess what? We are almost at the end of our hard work. You fold it over like this. Get it under your machine. See your little Frenches? And now you sew right along the line over here. That keeps your hem folded over. Always make your back stitch to ensure a good close and beginning. Okay, your Frenches are nice and neat as we sew them up to the jeans. Almost need a brush to get all these Frenches to lay nice and straight. Almost there. Okay guys, you did it. We cut off all the strings, except I got one over here. I hope you have enjoyed your work today, and again, subscribe, hit the like button, let me know what you think, let me know what you would like to do next. And I thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.